Hello and welcome to episode 84 of Raw on Score Trivia, the podcast where you roar out your answers and track your own score. I am the Quizzard, and with every single episode, writing questions gets harder and harder for me. I feel like I've basically been through all of the obvious questions now. I feel like there are no, classic questions left. I can't ask what year the Titanic sunk again. I've got to be like, what year did the MV Doña Paz sink? Which no one bloody knows, even though it's the second most famous ship sinking ever. Or I've just got to be more creative than asking what year a ship sunk. Being creative is hard, alright? I'm definitely not above just Googling trivia questions, but seriously, if you're super bored one day, try it, and you'll realise that every single trivia quiz online uses the exact same, 50 questions. I bet you can't find a list of trivia questions online that doesn't ask what year the Titanic sunk, or what the largest mammal in the world is. We are scoring out of 35 total points with 20 single point questions in the question round, a stupidly unbelievably hard question worth 5 points, a bonus round worth 5 points, and a game that we play throughout the question round which is worth 5 points as well. This week, the game is Taboo. In this game, I'm going to give you a word that is going to become the worst swear word imaginable. You are not allowed to say that word, you must bleep it out. If you can go the whole question round without saying the taboo word, you get 5 points. It doesn't matter whether you say it answering a question or if you're just having a chat to the person you're playing with. If you say it, you lose. The word today is the word to. And that includes all 3 spellings of the word to, T-O, T-O-O, and T-W-O. Do not say the word to, you must bleep it out. Alright, so remember not to say the word to in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. Macaroni, chinstrap, and emperor are all breeds of what type of animal? Penguin. Forget macaroni and cheese, give me some macaroni penguin. Question 2. Which human organ can regenerate itself if parts of it are cut away? The liver. Question 3. What was the name of the 1986 US space shuttle that exploded after launch? Challenger. Question 4. Silk Song is the 2025 sequel to which popular indie video game? Hollow Knight. Silk Song fully lives up to the hype, has heaps of silk and heaps of song, just like the box says. Question 5. Harper Lee won the 1961 Pulitzer Prize with which book? Beep! Kill a Mockingbird. Question 6. Who was the second man to walk on the moon? Buzz Aldrin. It was a hoax anyway, right? The moon we see is a fake moon that was made by the government after they blew up the real moon to kill all the dinosaurs up there. Question 7. What would you be suffering from if you had hypertension? High blood pressure. Question 8. As of 2025, what is the best-selling vodka brand worldwide? Smirnoff. Ooh, just saying that word brings me back. Question 9. What is the name of the huge, famous parade and celebration in Brazil featuring samba and bright costumes? Carnival. Question 10. Which actor did Zendaya start dating after starring with him in Spider-Man? Tom Holland. I'm sure I'm completely out of touch, but I've never heard of either of those people. Is Zendaya so famous that she only needs to use one name and I don't know her? Am I out of touch? No, it's the kids who are wrong. Question 11. Which number Terminator movie had the subtitle Judgment Day? That was Terminator beep. Question 12. Which brand is known for its iconic swoosh logo? Nike. They paid $35 for that design, believe it or not. Question 13. In skateboarding, what is a kickflip? A kickflip is when the skateboarder jumps and flips the board once along its length. Basically, if you said something along the lines of the boarder does an ollie and the board spins in the air, you can have the point. It's actually super hard to put into words. Question 14. Llamas are domesticated animals native to which continent? They are from South America. Question 15. What is the square root of 4? Beep. Question 16. In which country would you find Christ the Redeemer? In Brazil. Question 17. Finish the Billie Eilish lyric. Birds of a feather, we should stick together. I know I said I'd never think I wasn't better alone. Can't change the weather, might not be forever. What's next? It is, but if it's forever, it's even better. Question 18. A famous line in Shakespeare's Hamlet ends in, "That is the question." What is the question that completes that quote? It is beep, be or not beep, be. That's a bit of a mouthful. Question 19. Word, Excel, and PowerPoint are all programs from which company? Microsoft. I can't even imagine how awful university must have been before these existed. And question 20. What spirit is generally used when making a daiquiri? That is white rum. Okay, that's it for the questions. Did you make it all the way through without saying 2? If you did, give yourself 5 points. I feel like that was pretty hard. It felt really weird for me to bleep TO. It just doesn't seem like a bleepable word, if you know what I mean. But yeah, well done if you did it. Coming up in a moment, we have the unbelievably stupidly hard trivia question and the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is What Am I? See you in a second for that. We're back, and it's time for... The question's so hard you usually can't hear it through all the people screaming. The really hard trivia question. Okay, I've got an unbelievably hard trivia question for you. You get 5 points if you can get this one right. Here it is. What is the fastest animal in the world relative to its size? So we know that the cheetah is the fastest animal in the world, but what is the fastest relative to its own size? This would be the ultimate double bluff if it was just cheetah again. Especially now that I've said that. Oh, I dare you to say cheetah. Five more seconds. All right, that's all the time I'm going to give you. The fastest animal in the world relative to its size is the cheetah. No, not really. It is the Paratarsotomus macropalpus mite. It's a small arachnid from Southern California that can travel at 322 body lengths per second, which is the equivalent of me running at 2,092 kilometers an hour, which is about twice the speed of sound. I'm never going to be impressed by cheetahs ever again. I'm going to be super nice here because I can't even pronounce the answer to that question. If you said a sort of mite, you can have it. And I pray that the hard question gods don't come after me for giving it to you. Moving straight along, we have the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is What Am I? This game's a lot like Who Am I, but I'm being an object instead. I'm going to pretend to be something, and I'm going to give you 5 clues to help you figure out what I am. The first clue is going to be pretty hard, and the last clue is going to be pretty easy. If you can guess what I am in the first clue, you get 5 points. Second clue, 4 points, then 3, 2, and 1 point for the last clue. You can have 1 guess per clue, but only 1 guess per clue. I think that's all there is to it. What am I? Starting now. Clue 1 for 5 points. I originated in Kazakhstan and am thought to have been used by early humans as long as 800,000 years ago, and I'm now pretty universally recognised around the world. Number 2 for 4 points. I have more than 100 alternative scientific names, but the 2 main ones in use are Malus pumila and Malus domestica. Number 3. In around 1300 BC, Egyptians planted orchids of me along the Nile, and in 200 BC, the Romans planted orchids in Britain. I am technically a member of the rose family, and there are over 7,500 varieties of me grown worldwide. Number 4 for 2 points. I come in different colours, sizes and varieties. Some varieties of me include Gold Rush and Royal Gala. I'm usually eaten fresh, but I am often cooked into pastries and desserts. And the final clue for 1 point, I am a fruit and I'm usually red or green. Some well-known varieties of me are Granny Smith, Pink Lady and Red Delicious. One of me a day keeps the doctor away. What am I? I am an apple. This got me wondering what apples looked like before humans, and they were so tiny, like the size of a grape, and they look really gross. Thank God for genetic engineering. Add whatever you got in that round to your total score, and that is your score for this week. Don't forget to find me on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, even leave me a comment on YouTube. It might take me a little bit longer to see those ones, and I'll give you a shout out at the end of a show. This week I've heard from Laura and Christy, who scored a 23.5 this week and a 24 last week. That's down half a point since last week. Rick and Nadia scored a 15. The Tarawood Propagators scored an 18. Is it enough to win the rivalry? No, it's not. The graphics department win again with a 22.5. And Steph, we haven't heard from Steph in a little while, and she has caught up about 400,000 episodes. On episode 70, she scored a 21.5. Episode 71, she scored a 14. Episode 72, she scored a 10. On episode 73, she scored a 10. On episode 74, she scored a 16. 75, she scored a 22. 76, she scored a 20. 77, she scored a 21. 78, a 21. 79, a 17. 80, a 19. 81, an 18. 82, a 21. And on episode 83, she scored 15.5. I actually think I sounded like an auctioneer in the middle of that. I was impressed with how quick I was talking for a second. She knows my love of quick maths, and she's done a bit of long maths. She's worked out that her mean score was 17.5, her mode was 21, and the median was 18-ish. I actually love those statistics. Thanks, Steph, and thanks everyone else for listening. I'll see you next week with another episode of Raw and Score. Bye-bye.